Hello, and what is up, ADHD gang? I'm honestly thinking that I may, now that I am, as of in hopefully 2 days, done with college. I'm gonna be graduating. Yay! I'm thinking that I may up the videos to 2 times a month instead of once a month, but I'm not making any promises because I forgot to post back in April because I had the videos sitting on my laptop and then completely forgot that it needed to be edited, and getting the footage from my camera to my laptop took longer than expected, and I could have put it out on the last day of April, but I wanted it to be a better quality, so it ended up being in May. So this is now exactly a month later. Yeah, today it's gonna be a similar kind of video to what I ended up doing in the last video. I sometimes struggle with this where I just have days where I kind of just fall asleep on the couch and I just lay around and then nothing gets done. It's not a productive day. It's not like a good day. It's almost kind of just like a wasted day. In my point of view, in my personal opinion, we're finding words here. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of take you through how I kind of get through things. It is currently almost 2 o'clock, and I've kind of just been laying on the couch watching YouTube. So we're gonna get up. We're gonna get things done. I do have to clean my room again. No shocker, no surprise there. Yeah, let's get into some things. Get into like our first kind of proactive steps for the day to not feel like a bum and to actually get things done we need to get done. Okay, so I already took a shower this morning, but I didn't finish it. I did not do my skincare because I knew that I was just gonna go back to the couch, which is dusty, crusty, musty. It's not clean, I should say. So I didn't want to wash my face and then just go lay on the couch. So let's get into that. Let's do that now. Yeah. Okay, so we're getting into the skincare. CeraVe, just a regular kind of just like face wash. I use the bar version to be a little bit more eco-friendlier. Scrub that in, wash that off. Then afterwards, we're gonna go in with the Garnier Green Labs. It's like a 3-in-1, like a serum, a cream, and something else, but it's got all these different kind of things in it. This isn't the one I usually use, but I just have this one, so I grabbed this one. And then after that, we're going to go in with the L'Oreal Revitalift Under Eye Serum, the one with the roller specifically. And then after that, I think, yeah, we're going to gua sha the face a little bit. And then after that, we are not done yet. We're going to put on a lip mask because my lips were dry and crusty that day. And then I forgot to put on some vitamin C because I need it because I haven't been outside. And I also will put that on, and that is it. We are done. Okay, so we just completed skincare. I don't usually use all of these products. The last one that I put on, I don't usually put that on very often. But since I haven't really been outside too much this week because of finals week and stuff like that, and focusing more on that and stuff like that, I haven't gotten much sun, so getting a little bit of vitamin C is good. But I wanted to talk about this. I ended up buying this on my trip when I went to Dayton back in April, which is kind of what the last video was about a little bit. It's one of these. Yeah, it's like this rubbery, plasticky, it's reusable, whatever, but it's the 100 bar of soap. So that way when like all of like your bar soap's like wet and all that like soapy residue doesn't go to waste. So you set your bar soap on there, and then all of that like soapy residue and stuff like that, it helps like save, I guess, your bar of soap. So the next thing that we're gonna do is, let's make a coffee first. We're gonna make a coffee, and then I'm gonna go pick out something else, because look at this, look at this. I am in sweatpants and a crew neck. I never wear this type of like athleisure together, but I wasn't feeling it this morning. But we need to put on an outfit that's gonna make us feel a little more put together, because I feel kind of sloppy, like I just want to lay in bed, and that's not the vibe for today. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we actually get anything done, we're gonna make a traditional iced coffee. I do Keurig pods, and then I put them in the fridge. Like, I put multiple in a cup in the fridge and let them chill. I usually do caramel, and then I think the pods that I have now are like a hazelnut pod. We're gonna put some ice in there, and then I usually pour in milk in a cup with a little bit of coffee, and then I put brown sugar in both cups. And then in the main cup, after I've kind of mixed that up a little bit, we'll put in the coffee, and then I like to froth the milk a little bit and then add that, and that is essentially it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a coffee test. Okay, that is good, that is good. We're gonna take this in, and then I'm gonna grab the rest of my kind of trash, the rest of my stuff that I left. Yeah, you see that, the mess right there? It was clean. It was clean a few days ago, I swear. My life is a mess. Okay, so we're gonna grab this, grab charger, AirPods, okay. Grab everything. I already put my water in here, so we gonna be alternating. But yeah, my room is currently a mess. No surprise, they're not shocked. I think so that I feel a bit better, I need to make my bed, and then I have to put it's back in there, the duvet cover on my duvet insert. So I think that's what's gonna happen. Let's find a place to set up the camera, and then we will get all of this done. Okay, so for this camera angle, I cannot find the top piece to my tripod that allows me to put my camera onto it, so it's kind of just resting on a shelf. But we are making my bed. This was also filmed like a while ago from when I am editing it, so yeah, we just made my bed, and then we just chucked a lot of like my drum corps things and things that I kind of use on the daily onto my bed while we clean. And I'm attempting to put my duvet insert in my duvet cover, but through this process I forgot that I had tapestries on the ceilings. Love that I have tapestries on the ceilings, but it fell down. Okay, so one of my favorite parts about my room is the tapestries that I have on my ceiling. One of the most annoying parts about my room is the tapestries on my ceiling. There are some times where I am not careful enough, like I just was when I was trying to put the duvet insert inside of my duvet cover, and I bump the ceiling, and if I bump it a little too hard, then one of the corners of the tapestry falls off. So you're gonna be here with me. We're gonna do this. A lot of this stuff too, like my last video, was a lot of like me cleaning my room and putting clothes away, so when I get to that part in the video, I'm probably more than likely just gonna skip it over, only because you guys have already seen me clean my room, and I don't want it to be a recurring thing on this channel that I'm cleaning my room. Also, if you guys are interested a lot more in this kind of like lifestyle content that I'm slightly getting into, let me know. I'm trying to switch it up because doing kind of fashion design video and art videos is taking a while, only because I didn't have a paint palette for a while and I was using a plastic lid, and then I was just unmotivated to even go downstairs to my art studio to do art because it was super cold down there. But the weather's getting nicer, so hopefully by next month you'll see an art video, hopefully. Yeah. So I've done that. The duvet cover and the duvet, I'm not putting it on my bed because it's warm enough that I don't need it, but it's kind of just folded up in front of my closet. I'm gonna put it somewhere else once I figure out where. For now, it's just gonna sit there. The next kind of step, I guess, when I feel kind of unmotivated and stuff like that, other than making my bed and making a coffee, unless if I can't make a coffee, there are some days where I've already had like a coffee the day before or something and I just don't want a coffee again, so I may make like a tea or a smoothie or something else, but it was coffee today. The next kind of step is to clean up everything. If I have a clean and tidy space, it makes me kind of more motivated because I have the room to make a mess. I have the space on my floor to be able to kind of get some stuff done. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up this space and then I'll show you guys once I come back. I'm also gonna put this step ladder back. Yeah, we'll get into it, and I'll come back and show you. I'm not doing a time lapse because you've seen me clean my room. If you haven't seen me clean my room, it's in the last video that just went out this month, earlier this month, probably like a few days ago or something from when this is being recorded. Forgot to post about it though. Whatever. Yeah, go check out that video if you want to see me kind of clean my room, put stuff back in its place. Okay, so we have changed the outfit. I just put on some floral shorts, and a Carolina Crown tank top. Everything's kind of been done to make me feel a little bit more productive, but now we actually have to get stuff done. So behind me on the floor is a big group of projects and kind of things that like I potentially want to work on, but I'm not sure about. So we're gonna create more chaos and more projects, because a lot of these things here on the floor I kind of just created because I knew I needed just to have projects on projects on projects so that I have something to do at all times. But yeah, now we're gonna kind of go through everything and figure out what my plan was. I also have all of this here. This is from family members, just kind of shorts and crew necks and things that they don't want that we're gonna turn into pieces of clothing. So that's the next step. So we've kind of like gotten ready for the day. We've grabbed a coffee. We've put on some real clothes that aren't just like my casual, like sleepwear, kind of loungewear type clothes. We've elevated a little bit so that I feel a little bit better. And we've cleaned up the space. So now we have a space to work. So now we're actually getting work done. As for what I had for some of these, I don't know. I'm assuming most of these were supposed to be turned into some type of shorts or sweatpants, but the vision is unclear. Those two colors aren't a shade for shade match. I don't know. So I have a lot of these like scraps here from when I tried to make a pair of sweatpants and then couldn't get the fitting right on them, so I kind of just like cut it up again, and it was a whole time in my life where I just wasted time, and we're trying to avoid that. So I have these here, and I think these I may wait and hold off until I get white, but we're also going to see what's in this boy. This boy has all of my fabric kind of leftover scraps from different sweatpants, sweatshirts, other different kind of things that I've made out of material like this. So let's look at that. I know I have these shorts. These shorts could be a base, or I could just cut them up. And what I'm kind of thinking is if I were to leave them, I don't know what that notification is because I can't read it from here. But yeah, I think this is already a set pile here to maybe do something with. I don't know if I want to do sweatpants or not. This is essentially a base that I could build sweatpants off of, or I could make my own sweatpants, which I think I want to make my own instead of building off of a pre-existing base, because I've done that before and it hasn't worked out well. It has not worked out well. But let's look what's in here, because oh yep, there's some white. Okay, I'm already seeing white here on the top. So here's tie-dye, a boatload of tie-dye, which these are not going to stay pink and white. I think I'm gonna dye them at some point, but that's once I add in everything. Once I like get everything else added in, then they'll get dyed. I don't want to dye them right now in this moment. Okay, so I have some white, but in all honesty, it's not that much, question mark. I don't know why that's in there. It's all of these little scraps, which I know isn't enough for something right now in this current moment. But what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna take all this white out, and then we will kind of just like see what I have and what I don't have. This is white. I could cut that off. There's like a fair, I don't want to say there's no white in here because there's a fair bit of white, but it's a lot of tinier little scraps that I don't know how they'll exactly work. I'm definitely just I'm gonna add these on top of this pair of shorts, only because this pair of shorts is gonna be so difficult to like cut up and reform because they're already perfect. Like these shorts are something that like I could care less if I cut up those shorts, but these shorts were something that I don't necessarily want to cut up, and I like how it's already got the ombre effect. If I just keep adding more white and then I dye it like a red or a blue or something, if I did like a blue kind of dipped into this, then some of this may turn a bit purple and then the rest will kind of be blue and it'll match, instead of trying to cut that up and then try to match that itself. I'm also taking out all of the pieces in here that I don't want. I've been trying to declutter a lot recently, and keeping a lot of these extra little pieces sometimes doesn't help and stuff like that, because just carrying around like all these little pieces of fabric doesn't do it for me, because then I'm like looking around at stuff and I'm like, what do I do with this? Like what do I match with it? What do I do with this? It's like all of this camo is just going to go. I think I'm going to put this on a time lapse, I think. Yeah. I'll put this on a time lapse of me kind of just going through a lot of this stuff, figuring out what I want to do. I know that there's a project over there on my sewing table that I'm going to start with and I'm going to do first. So yeah, I'll catch up with you once I have a kind of sort of like baseline and plan as to what projects I'm working on, what I'm going to start with, what's going to get done, where am I going from here, kind of stuff like that. We'll catch back up. Okay, so essentially I just had a bunch of crew necks and I'm cutting them up to either make sweatpants or shorts. A lot of you have probably already seen a lot of these projects on my TikTok, link in the description. I just started off by cutting off the cuffs, and then for this one specifically, cut off the sleeves. And then once I cut off the sleeves, I'm going to cut off like the top part and the collar to make it straight. And then depending on what design it is, I will usually cut down the center if I can. If I can't, and then I'll cut it like horizontally across the waist, and we'll do it that way. And then also, before I start any of this, I usually cut off the waistband to save that as well. Okay, so we've come up with a plan here. I am gonna take this one here, and since the graphic's perfectly fine where it is, it's just gonna be sweatpants. These two took a bit of configuring. So that's gonna be one leg, and then this will be the other leg, and that'll be the shared top, and then the other one's gonna be the opposite. So since this one has the SeaWorld will be this one, and then the other one will be Hearst on it. I just simply chopped it up. We'll cut off the extra later, but yeah, we'll see what happens here, whether I keep it, because that's probably about it there, all the length we're gonna get for a sweatpants. So I'll try it on once I make it, probably later with both. I'll try both on and I'll see kind of what I have. Also, this is a bit longer than this and it's a bit wider, so I'll play around and see, but I may just chop it and make it shorts, and then I'll have extra material. But that's what I'm doing with that. All the rest of this, we have our piles. That's something I don't like it, but we'll finish it. That's just a bunch of random fabric. That'll be something, not sure yet. We have bandanas, different things. That's gonna be a vest. Those are bags. I took this, which was an older project, and I don't want to finish it, so I'm gonna mix it with those shorts at some point. More bandanas, tote bags, vests. That's it. So let's go back to the other. Flip the camera. We'll go back. Okay, so I've kind of decided everything, I guess, and what I'm gonna do. There's a bunch of projects sitting on that chair there that I have not gone through, so I think the first step in being productive is the first step. The next step, since we're getting stuff done today, is we're gonna take all of this, put it all into its piles, put it away, I guess you could say. I'm just gonna set it here. We have both. We're gonna keep them separated, and yeah, I'll leave this just in its form until I want to make that. I have all of the extra fabric there too. I'll leave that there. Those two might be the next thing that I get done. The first thing that I do plan to get done is I have this fabric here, and I have it cut out for a button down, I think. A vest, a button down, one of the two. I make both of those like on the regular. And then I think everything else in the chair is just things that need like finishing touches. So I want to hit all of the stuff in this chair first, get all the finishing touches done, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start another bigger project, because I've been procrastinating a lot of that stuff there and it needs to get done. So I will come back later in the day with an update, so that I'm not just boring you with time lapses and time lapses and time lapses and making this video a half an hour long. So yeah, we're gonna cat cam. Oh, it's a little kitty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'll catch you later. Okay, so it is now 5 o'clock. And I've been very, very productive. I've been getting stuff done that, like, has been sitting in this chair forever. And I just haven't wanted to do it. I'm like, oh yeah, when I get a free time, I'll do it. So everything is here. In this pile is all the stuff that I just have to seam up the buttonholes and add the buttons, which I will do later today, and I'm assuring myself that I'll do it today because it's gonna be caught on camera, which means I'll probably finish this video tomorrow morning. And then that pile over there is like the indecisive kind of pile. It's a bunch of stuff that needs to be finished, but I don't know how I want to finish it yet, and I'm gonna wait and see if I can find the right materials or figure out later what I need from it, because some of them, like, they need something in it, like an inside or something in the waistband, and I don't know what I want that to be yet, because I'm gonna eventually sell those pieces. And yeah, so it's 5 o'clock, so I think right now we're gonna turn this off. We're gonna take a break, and well, what is gonna happen is this is gonna be my health and wellness break. We're going to do an arm workout, stretch, and then I also have to make dinner, which is going to be veggie burgers, like vegan veggie burger, whatever, plant-based burgers and fries. And I know that's gonna take a minute, especially the fries, because I have to do those in the air fryer. So let's get into it. I may do a little time lapse of snippets of my workout, but I'm not gonna do a full workout video. If you want to see a full workout video and that's type of content that maybe you're interested in, that I'm also interested in, that I watch a lot of, let me know, because I will gladly post my workout routines. Yeah, I know I have little to no muscle there, but it's enough to me, and there's a difference. If you go back in my TikTok, link in the description, if you go back a while ago, I recently finished in April 75 soft. Go watch that. Go see my progress, because there is progress. It's mainly up in my shoulders and my lats. But yeah, let's get into like this kind of workout routine. Okay, I just finished a 30-minute EMOM arm workout, and I am so dead. I'm always so dead after these workouts, and that's why I love them compared to like a traditional workout, doing an EMOM workout, because it's shorter time. There is like no rest time in between each item. so you just continue to keep going, and I like it. But we're gonna get into a stretch here. I'm gonna make this super quick of a stretch because I am gonna stretch again for a second time. I have contemplated the difference between doing a morning stretch and a night stretch versus doing a midday stretch versus a night stretch. But I've found out that because of a lot of the activities that I do and stuff that I do, it's a lot of sitting, and stretching in the morning compared to midday is a whole difference. Like stretching in the morning, I could stretch in the morning, and I think I've tried it before, but it doesn't seem to do as much for me as stretching midday. And I seem to like stretching midday just a little bit more, only because of the fact that if I'm sitting all day or sitting most of the day, to force myself to get up midday, almost right before dinner, and then stretch, it kind of gets me a little active in some way, whether I'm exercising or working out at that time midday, or sometimes I don't work out until the nighttime. Sometimes I also do a morning workout. It just kind of depends on my day, but it gets me up out of my chair instead of just getting up, going, making dinner, grabbing dinner, whatever, and then coming back and sitting down. It gives me a little bit of a break, which is kind of what my body needs a little bit more of compared to the morning. And kind of when I stretch midday, it's not always usually at 5 o'clock, or now I'd say 5:40. It's not always usually at this time. Sometimes I will stretch around 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It all depends on my schedule and what I kind of have going on, what I'm doing, stuff like that. Obviously on the weekends it's different, or if I'm doing any sort of color guard of sorts, it's going to be different. I'm probably going to be stretching a little bit more. I may only stretch once a day, just depending on where I am. This is going to be a quick full body stretch. I'm going to clip this on. Yeah, if this is also something that you would like to see a bit more of and know a bit more about my kind of workout routine, wellness routine, let me know. Also, depending on what my workout's like and what type of workout I do will depend on what I'm stretching. I usually stretch the basics, which is usually my legs, my kind of back and torso, and then yeah, that's usually about it. And then later in the night, when I do my nighttime stretches, I stretch for the splits. I only stretch for the splits once a day because I used to do it twice a day. And then I found out that by the end of the day, when I would go to bed, my legs would hurt when I would go to bed because I felt like I was slightly overstretching by doing it twice a day, just because of my body and stuff like that. But a lot of my stretches do tend to be more for flexibility. But yeah, so I think that's it. Did I do this side? I don't know. Yeah, it's 5:40-ish. I am going to go make dinner. I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'll probably be back 6:30, maybe? I don't know. Whenever I feel like coming back and picking up this video, I will pick it up and we'll kind of discuss the game plan for the rest of the night. I'm probably going to keep going as long as I can throughout the night. I'll probably end up stopping at 9 o'clock, so that at 9 o'clock I can have from 9 on to just get other stuff done. So maybe at like 8. At 8 o'clock I'll probably stop, or 8:30 I'll probably stop whatever I'm doing machine wise. I'll stop, do buttons, and then 9 o'clock will be like the stopping point where I'll force myself to then stretch again, and then just kind of like get ready to like curl up in bed. I'm gonna put on a movie. Haven't decided yet, but yeah, we'll figure that out. But I'll come back. I'll see you guys later. Okay, so it's probably like 6:50 now, close to 7. In usual ADHD fashion, the name of this channel, ADHD Gang, we got a little sidetracked. Just finished dinner. So usually when I have a lot of things to get done, I'll write it down and make like a list of some sorts in one of my notebooks. But I kind of know what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be trying my hardest to get the majority of that shirt there done for tonight, and I'm gonna probably stop at 8 o'clock, 8:30, probably 8:30, 8:40 maybe. We'll see. We're gonna see what happens and stuff like that. We're gonna get that done. I have a movie pulled up, so we're gonna try not to get distracted, but you know, always gotta have something going on. So I'm gonna get that done, and then I'll probably try to check back in around like 8:30ish, 8 o'clock, 8:30ish, maybe 8:40, and just to kind of see how productive this day was. We'll go over everything. Maybe we'll recap then. Maybe we'll recap on Friday. We'll just find out how the night goes at some point. Okay, so it's the next day. I was gonna finish everything last night, and then in true ADHD fashion, just didn't want to do any of it. But I finished everything this morning. Everything now has buttons. That's all done. Yeah, I realized that I also, since I didn't film, didn't have an outro. So, outro here. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. I post like once or twice. I'm gonna try it for twice a month, but I don't make guarantees because I have a lot of things that I need to practice and other things kind of going on. Link in the description is all of my socials, and yeah, comment down below what you want to see video wise, and I hope you guys have a good day and goodbye.